Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Discover Trends. Game of Thrones fans know they need to be on high alert while watching. Whether you're a diehard fan or casual viewer, it's always fun to hunt for clues with big importance. And the 8th and final season has provided plenty of them. Let's look at some of the tiny details you may have missed in some episodes. Number 1. One of the first lines spoken in the first episode of the 8th season comes from Jon Snow, who tells Daenerys Northerners don't much trust outsiders. This becomes entirely clear when Jon's sister Sansa looks skeptical if not downright contemptuous when faced with the Dragon Queen. Daenerys doesn't exactly ingratiate herself with the Northerners throughout the episode, and they remain unwilling to trust her, despite Jon's assurances. There's plenty of foreshadowing here about how Daenerys and Jon will fare in the North once people learn more about their chosen king. Not only was Jon Snow actually born in Dorne, but he's a highborn and southern heir to the Iron Throne. This makes him an outsider. Even though he seems like a northerner through and through, Daenerys was always going to face opposition. But when Jon's people learn the truth about its percentage, they might turn on the king in the North. It wouldn't be the first time either. Number 2. In Game of Thrones' 7th episode, it seems like Cersei Lannister had something to live for. After losing her 3 children to poisonings and suicide, she says she's pregnant again. And it's a baby she conceived with her twin brother Jaime. During that moment, it seems like Cersei might start to care about something other than herself. It's an oddly comforting development, particularly for fans who are worried that Cersei might turn into a full-fledged psychopath. Cersei memorably refused a glass of wine back in season 7, but in the season 8 premiere, she's seen comfortably sipping wine after her first night with Euron Greyjoy. At one point, Greyjoy tells her, "I'm going to put a prince in your belly." She appears to be on the verge of tears as he walks away. Perhaps something tragic happened to the baby since the end of the 7th season. But knowing Cersei, it's certainly possible that she made up the pregnancy in the first place, all in an attempt to get her brothers to side with her. Either way, that glass of wine seems significant, especially considering the way she usually hits the bottle. Number 3. When Qyburn interrupts Bronn at the brothel on behalf of the Queen, viewers know the reason must be an evil one. Ever since Cersei's brother Jaime and Tyrion ruined her, she's been out for revenge, and she and Qyburn seem to think Bronn is the man to inflict that revenge. Well, audiences might want to take a second look at his weapon. If the crossbow looks familiar, it's because it's the exact same weapon Tyrion used to kill his father Tywin at the end of the show's 4th season. Tyrion put down the crossbow in regards to Cersei. Qyburn even tells Bronn that she has a keen sense of poetic justice. That's quite the understatement. It remains to be seen whether Bronn will ultimately turn on both his former allies for his own benefit. Number 4. At the end of the season's first episode, Jon Snow finally learns that he's a child of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen, which makes him the true heir to the throne. That's information we as viewers have known for a while, but Jon's been in the dark this whole time. Still, there are plenty of clues about the impending reveal leading up to that scene. Throughout the episode, there are several offhand comments about who Jon really is or who he has become. Remember the comments made by young Lyanna Mormont? The Lady Lyanna, who's named after Jon Snow's real mother, tells him, "You left the North a king and came back I'm not sure what you are now." But the biggest moment hinting at Jon's big reveal is his ride atop of dragon. After all, only Targaryen can ride dragons, and Jon rides an especially significant one. While Daenerys takes her place atop dragon, Jon mounts Rhaegal, named after his real father. Also worth noting, when Sam tells Jon about his real heritage, the two are standing right in front of Ned Stark's statue in Winterfell's crypts. Remember the last time Jon Snow saw Ned? He made a promise. The next time we see each other, we'll talk about your mother. That makes it particularly fitting that Jon learns the big news with a statue of his adoptive father at his side. Number 5. Jaime Lannister's return to Winterfell was bound to be a rough one. After all, the last time he was there, he tried murdering a young Bran Stark after the boy caught him and his twin sister Cersei doing things that twins really aren't supposed to do. As if that weren't bad enough though, he's guilty of murdering Daenerys' father, which earned him the name Kingslayer. Suffice to say, he doesn't receive a particularly warm welcome, even after his friend Brienne of Tarth vouches for his character. Though he's granted a royal reprieve by the Mother of Dragons, it soon becomes clear that he doesn't have a lot of faith in his new queen, and she is different. Keep in mind that Daenerys' father had a nickname of his own, the Mad King, for obvious reasons. Jaime has never had anything good to say about him. He loved to watch people burn, the way their skin blackened and blistered and melted off their bones. No wonder he's distrustful of Daenerys, especially considering her own fondness for fire. If Daenerys is poised to turn into the Mad Queen, as many fans suspect, Jaime will have been right not to trust her. Only time will tell how all this plays out. Until then, we'll be watching very closely. Now guys, this does bring us to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and please do hit that like button if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any future videos. Also guys, please do check out one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now. It really does help us. With that said guys, I'll see you in the next video.